From the Millersville University Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Kyle Elliott here with the medium range forecast and video discussion issued on Monday, July 27th. Well, after an active stretch of weather during the middle of the week, tranquil and more pleasant conditions are going to return late this week, and they should stick around through the start of the upcoming weekend. So without further ado, let me start by taking a look at the GFS model for 2 p.m. on Thursday. And what you'll notice is that slow-moving storm system that's going to be trekking from the eastern Great Lakes region into southern New England during the middle of the week will ultimately move toward the coastline of southeastern New England and begin to exit into the western Atlantic by Thursday afternoon. We'll be well on the backside of that system, so I won't rule out an isolated shower or two across far eastern parts of the state, but by and large, most areas should remain dry on Thursday. That being said, with the upper level low still in close proximity to the region, we will still be dealing with a north to northwesterly breeze of 10 to 20 miles per hour and a good deal of cloud cover out there. The European model shows that system moving even more slowly than the GFS. I don't think that's right. These systems do tend to move more quickly than modeled during the middle of summer, so I am leaning toward the GFS solution here. The new 60 euro did come out and shift the system a little bit farther to the north and east on Thursday, suggesting that it does move into the Atlantic more quickly, more like the GFS solution. So that ultimately gives me more confidence in that faster solution as well. The Icon model and the Canadian model are also faster than the European model, so the Euro is really the outlier here. So I think Thursday actually does turn out to be a decent day despite that cloud cover, but you will notice that high pressure system over the Midwest and Western Ohio Valley. That will be moving into the central Appalachians by Friday. That storm system is going to push farther into the western Atlantic. You can still see that the Euro is the western outlier here. I would ignore that right now. I think Friday turns out to be a partly to mostly sunny and relatively pleasant day without any showers in sight. High temperatures on Friday should be in the low to mid 80s, and humidity will be moderately high for this time of the year, but fairly normal by late July standards with dew points in the low to mid 60s. As we move forward then into the start of the upcoming weekend, that high pressure system is still going to be in control of our weather. It's not going to be a strong high pressure system, but it will be enough to thwart all but an isolated shower or thunderstorm out there on Saturday. In fact, again, I think Saturday is much like Friday. It turns out partly sunny and dry with high temperatures in the mid 80s with seasonably high humidity levels. As we move forward then into Sunday, you'll notice on the European model there is a storm system across the central states on Saturday. That should move farther eastward into the Ohio Valley and perhaps even the mid-Atlantic states on Sunday. Yet again, the slower tendency of the European carries over into the weekend. That storm system from Saturday, it suggests it's still over the Tennessee River Valley on Sunday, whereas the GFS shows that system already over the mid-Atlantic states. So the timing still has to be figured out here. There are some differences that are going to impact the forecast, especially during the second half of the weekend. But right now, I do think it is prudent to allow for the chance of a shower or thunderstorm again on Sunday. So without further ado, here's the medium range Campus Weather Service forecast. Partly sunny, breezy, and relatively cool on Thursday with perhaps an isolated shower or two, high around 80. Mostly sunny and pleasant on Friday, high 84. And then similarly on Saturday, seasonably warm with a mix of clouds and sun, high 86. And then turning partly to mostly cloudy, seasonably warm and humid on Sunday with a chance of a shower or thunderstorm with highs in the low to mid 80s. Well, that'll do it for this edition of the Medium Range Forecast. Stay tuned for the next edition next Monday. Until then, enjoy the beautiful start to the weekend on Saturday and stay dry out there if there are some showers and thunderstorms around on Sunday.